In October of 2012, Frank Caliendo became part of the Sunday NFL Countdown crew, doing his best to bring his particular brand of comedy to the worldwide leader. A mustache here, a fake nose there, and plenty of wigs. Frank Caliendo had sat in that chair more times than I can possibly imagine. Or maybe I just don't want to. But there it was, once again, for this particular program. Welcome to the best and worst of Frank Caliendo.
No problem, Einstein, whatever you want.
When I first got to ESPN, I wanted to come up with some new characters. And the most natural place to start was with the ESPN stars. But who would be first? To be honest, the answer to that question hit me pretty quickly.
People could tell you that you're too small to play the quarterback position. What do you tell those people?
I'll grow.
Grow? What are you, 15, 16 years old?
I'm 8.
Spider 2, why banana? Yeah, man. Hey, give me a play. Can you draw me a play? Show me something up there, man. That's the defense, man. You're the O's. That's me, man. You see that right there, man?
What?
Exactly. That's football.
Why does he keep calling me man? I'm just a kid.
My dad makes me do this.
I mean, sometimes these guys do things you don't expect.
Now, this past year, I got the chance to take this character to a whole new level.
Another fantastic year of Gruden's QB camp. We got guys like Teddy Bridgewater, Johnny Manziel, and Blake Bortles. But there's one guy. This guy, I've always wanted to see this guy in the quarterback chair.
Good to see you, man.
See you, Coach.
I'll tell you what. You look pretty good over there, man. It's a little intimidating being over there, isn't it?
It's about to get a little intimidating over there, isn't it?
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna need to clean up on aisle 5 after that look, man.
I'll tell you what, you might.
Things might have started out a little rocky, but I'll tell you what, after a little while, we started seeing eye to eye, man.
Let's talk about this guy. What do you see from Teddy Bridgewater, man?
Bridgewater's another junior. He's out of Miami, Florida, and he really helped turn Louisville from a basketball team to a football powerhouse.
Wait a second, you're telling me he took a bunch of basketball players and made them play football? I don't see that happening,
When you
man.
think of Louisville, what do you think of? You think of their basketball
I
team.
used to think of
Don't you?
basketball. Now I think of Teddy Bridgewater. You ever play with this coach's clicker, man?
He used the one that says play.
Play? So I press play and
Like
it
if you want it
plays.
to go backwards,
I
you
press rewind. It
rewind.
actually goes back in time. Take a look at this, guys, man. Take a look at what's going on here. We're actually breaking the space-time continuum, man. Who designed the forward-backward mechanism that goes on with this thing? Show me green right slot, albacore 3, wide quesadilla. You know this one.
Play does not exist.
How about Tarantula 2 Z beryllium phosphate? What are you doing there, man? That's Frankenberry 3 Xbox 460. Come on, man. Would you rather stay in the pocket or are you going to run outside? You got somebody like Jared Allen coming at you. What are you going to do, man?
You gotta stand in there and take the shot.
You're going to take that shot? You're going to let the monstrous Jared Allen come at you and take a big-time shot? What about your linemen, man? What are they doing? Do I look 50 years older with these glasses on right now, man? I feel like I could be telling stories to little kids somewhere. Remember, the kids used to put a tire out, man. You put a tire out. Sometimes you swing on it. Football players, you know what they do with that swing, man?
What's that?
They throw footballs through it.
That's right.
Let me put the glass on again. I feel smarter. Not working. All right.
I'll tell you what, man. This This was an experience for the ages. We talked about quarterbacks, and I'll tell you what, man, we broke the space-time continuum. His passion for the game blows my mind, man.
I wanted this to be more than just a clip show, and because this is ESPN, I knew exactly what it needed. Insight from an expert in-studio panel. Please welcome Mike Ditka, Mel Kiper Jr., and John Gruden. Guys, what did you think about the first segment?
I'll tell you what, man, I love what I saw there. 2 John Grudens, man. Sometimes I didn't even know which one was me. You ever see that Batman movie, the one with Christian Bale and the bad guy? What's his name? Man, I wish Tarico was here. He always knows the bad guys from Batman's names. Anyway, the bad guy's trying to find Batman, but Batman's hidden in a cluster of ninjas. That's how I felt right there watching that, man. Like that bad guy. Confused.
Okay, I'm a little confused too. Mel? I have to disagree with John on that. Over in the left in the coach's chair was the fake John Gruden, a little bit larger, head a little bit shorter in stature, and in the QB seat was the real John Gruden. But I have to say, tremendous upside and work ethic, amazing football instincts, and incredible intensity on both their faces. I thought at the end of the day, it was a nice job done by both John Grudens, but you're hard-pressed to tell me otherwise.
Ra's al Ghul, that was the bad guy's name in Batman. Thanks, Tarico.
Coach? Coach, your silence says it all. And that gum chewing gives us the perfect segue into how we kicked off the 2013 NFL season.
All right, how's my hair look? Anyone? Can I see a monitor? Oh, perfect. I look fantastic. This is going to be amazing.
And I'm back to my new show, which is similar to the old shows, but guests can use bad words, the background's different, my hair is longer. Rack these locks.
All right, let me finish this tweet to Brian Williams. I love you.
It's never easy for you, is it, Red?
Do that incredibly intense stare you do from the sidelines sometimes.
Come on, let's go mess up Boomer's office and blame it on Martin Schefter.
Heck yeah. Hey, you got enough gum for me?
I got enough for everybody.
All right.
And the number one reason why your team didn't make the playoffs, 2 words, butt fumble.
Have you ever wondered what your favorite ESPN personalities are like when the cameras aren't on them? Well, that's the premise of this sketch from the 2013 NFL Draft.
Time now for Fact or Fiction here on SportsCenter, NFL Draft Style, joined by our gurus, Todd McShay and Mel Kiper Jr. Todd, let's start with you. Fact or fiction, Jarvis Jones is a top 10 pick.
I'm going to go fiction here. Listen, I love his production like everybody does, but I wonder about the scheme fit. When he's 6'2", he's 248 pounds. Why is Mel disagreeing? He's 6'2", he's 248 pounds. You look at him as a player, he can come off the edge. He does some certain things, but
Todd. When you take a look at his production, the SEC is an outside linebacker, playing through an injury, 2 successive years, putting up incredible numbers, tremendous motor, can beat you a variety of ways. I think this is a guy to me, Todd, deserves to be a top 10 pick.
Well, there you have it, 2 of the best football minds in the business, yet somehow they can't agree on anything. Not quite sure how that's possible. Still ahead here on ESPN, a brand new 30 for 30 film. New York Jets 2012. The butt fumble.
And we're clear.
Good job, guys. Great stuff.
Nothing like a hot cup of coffee.
Oh, Todd, I have to disagree with you, Todd. I take a look at a standard cup of hot Joe that compared to the dynamic, hard-hitting, electric, cold beverage like an iced mocha frappuccino out Seattle, the Starbucks franchise. Gives you a bigger burst, cooler temperature, no need to blow on it, because this one's ready to drink now. Mocha frappuccino, extra ice, firmly entrenched at the #1 position on my big menu board. Let's take a look at my mock coffee drink draft.
What's going on? Where did that graphic come from?
Hey, Mel, I bet you didn't think of this. What about the ice in your coffee?
I thought about that. Huge upside on the extra ice. Adds 30 to 40 minutes to your lifespan, your delicious frozen beverage. Risk is in the hot coffee like mouth burn, hot spill. For my money, if I had to spill coffee in my lap, I'm taking iced coffee over hot one that could leave you potentially scarred for life. Cold coffee, flying under the radar, no lap injuries, safe bet. You'd be hard-pressed to tell me otherwise.
Mel, I didn't realize you were also an expert at picking coffee.
Hey, considering for the last 3 months, including today, I haven't slept more than 17 seconds any given time preparing for the draft. I'm as big an expert on coffee as I am on football.
Mel, any other areas of expertise that we should know about?
As a matter of fact, yes. So let's take a look at the big board.
Oh, great. He makes his own graphics.
Teleporting, Mel? What is that?
Todd, number 4, teleportation. How's that, huh?
This is impossible.
Apparently not.
Can you guys agree on anything?
Not
Sure.
a chance.
Okay, guys, thoughts on that one?
I love that segment, man. It doesn't get any better than teleportation. If I could, I'd teleport right to FFCA headquarters and watch some game film of Johnny Manziel, man. I love Johnny Manziel, even more than I love that sketch.
Overall, I like the segment as
I love
well.
that sketch a
Tremendous
lot, man.
coffee, knowledge, and incredible supporting appearances by Todd McShay and Robert Flores, adding a realism to the segment that made the Kuiper appearance even more of a surprise. I thought it was a nice job done by all.
I gotta be honest with you, I didn't like it that much. I thought it had some moments, but I'm not much of a coffee drinker. I did like it better than when you tried to turn sports science into a comedy. So you got that going for you, which is nice.
Thanks, Coach.
No problem.
Coming up next, we take a look at the sketch that blew up the internet on Super Bowl Sunday. When we return, we relive one of the biggest stories of Super Bowl 48, mockumentary style.
Garrett is not a puppet. This is a puppet. I would never have told him to do that.
Boom. Yeah, what's going on? Hey, Mort. Yeah, sounds good. Des, I know you're passionate.
We'll check back with them in a few months. I should be quiet. I'm trying to do a show here. Let's go, Dr. Phil. Todd.
I'm Bob Lee.
Please don't laugh at me.
That may have made you cry.
Frank, are you playing behind the desk again? Come on, we talked about this.
I'm sorry.
Get out of here.
Come on.
Please.
When you think of the Super Bowl, you think big. And for Super Bowl 48, I thought, let's do something really big. I've done sketches with 3 or 4 characters in them before, but I always wanted to see just how much I could pack into one segment. And that's what I did with this Richard Sherman mockumentary.
What if I told you he wasn't as good as he said he was? He was even better.
Richard Sherman Timpson!
He's definitely a true shutdown corner. Time's yours. Sorry.
Oh. I'll tell you what, man, I really love Richard Sherman. They call him Control-Alt-Delete because on the football field, whatever windows are open, he'll close them up in a hurry.
I spent 72 straight hours watching film yesterday, and that's why I now truly believe Richard Sherman could be one of the greatest cornerbacks ever.
That one post-game interview would change his life forever.
I gotta be honest with you. My first inclination after seeing that interview was, stop it! Then I realized something special was going on here. I really believed that, and it dawned on me. Coaches coach and players play, and it really doesn't have anything to do with the situation. I just like to think about it and say it.
That in this day and age, one crazy post-game moment could lead to truly amazing things.
That's the kind of world we live in. You're out there making special play in a big game. Next thing you know, social media has people sharing it all over the world. You don't even know.
Isn't that right, Mr. Brady? You and me forever. I love you.
Where were we?
It's not just Richard Sherman's play on the football field that's impressive. He's now gone far beyond football. And in just a few short weeks, because of an interview, he started motivational speaking seminars that are setting the world on fire, become WWE champion, and even decided to run for public office.
And that's what it's all about, really. You get an opportunity, you take it. Richard Sherman, definitely a guy capitalizing on an opportunity. You know what? Good for him. Say what you will, but we all want to be in that kind of situation, huh?
Todd. I have to disagree with you on that. I have to go with Richard Sherman, the Seahawks franchise out in Seattle. As you know, fantastic coffee out there.
And what if I told you that one interview could take on a life of its own and propel you to a level that you never thought you'd reach.
According to my sources, at this particular time, it appears that Richard Sherman, Stanford graduate, cornerback for the Seattle Seahawks, and current YouTube sensation, will be the next president of the United States of America. This morning, I spent at least 152 hours watching campaign footage, and that's why I now truly believe Richard Sherman could be one of the best presidents ever.
I think Richard Sherman will make a great president.
What I can't believe is that he's going to be president and play in the NFL at the same time.
He's like Bo Jackson or Dijon Sanders. Those guys are awesome, man. Two sporters.
Dijon Sanders, I love this guy.
I'll tell you what, I knew Richard Sherman was special, but president? This is blowing my mind, man. I remember when they were just calling him Control-Alt-Delete. I love this country, man.
What if I told you everything I just told you is something someone else told me, and that someone was Richard Sherman?
Their smiles say it all. When we come back, we hit a few more highlights and get some final thoughts from the guys.
I can get bubble tape anywhere.
Number 9. Not at all, Mel. Mel, that's me. Number 7. Hey, I believe we skipped number 8.
This morning, I spent at least 100 million gazillion hours watching.
Somebody forgot to plug this in.
You're a lot taller on TV, Coach.
Is there hope for these? So stupid.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I gotta get some new gum.
Todd. One last time.
Well, that just about does it. Let's get one last set of thoughts from our panel.
Overall, I really love what I saw, especially the 30 for 30 segment. Every time I hear, I love this country, man, all I can think about is how much I really do love this country, and how much I love football, and how much I love Johnny Manziel playing football in this country, man. I love that kid. He's special.
John, we're talking about the best of special here, not Johnny Manziel. As much as I'd like to see him succeed, you look at the physical qualifications, the height, the arm strength, the mechanics, put that together with his off-the-field antics, and
Mel. Geez, that's kind of fun. I can see why you do that all the time. He's just a kid being a normal kid. Sure, he does some things a little differently, but I had a quarterback by the name of Jim McMahon. He didn't always follow the rules, and I tell you what, he did pretty good for us. He was the kind of kid...
Talk about a guy like that.
you think this is rough? That's what it's like in my head all the time. Thanks for watching.
We're on the same page, working together. Things aren't going on the same.
Action.
Hey, you're doing a fantastic job, kid. Why don't you go do it on somebody else?
Give me a little bit of a stop sign over here. Bring it over here. I think this is called Motown of the day.
It's kind of like, you ever see that movie, You ever see that movie, Batman's hidden in a clister? Ra's al Ghul.
If you could do me a favor and mess with your toolkit really loudly, that'd be perfect, James.
We waiting for something?
God, that was so good.
I love Aaron Rodgers, even more than I love that sketch.
My gum chewing too loud.